There we are.
Finally.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. That thing is like twitchy. I hit it. It's weird. It gave me like a message though. It did give me a message. Welcome everybody to the PSMBS podcast cinema. Episode 4. The show about movies, TV, and anything streaming. Thank you for joining us on today's live. We will be discussing a couple trailers. The Doctor Strange trailer.
Oh, yeah.
The Texas Chainsaw Massacre trailer, which I haven't seen any of these trailers, so I'm actually going to be reacting.
Really?
Some of us might be reacting to it. That Peacemaker, that sweet, sweet, sweet Peacemaker episode 7 review. Spoiler alert, RIP Mern. The Uncharted movie reviews. There's something going on there, guys. I think maybe the curse is still looming. I don't know yet. And our weekend picks. But first, let's introduce the usual suspects. I'm joined by the almighty Trav himself.
121 himself here.
From the streets of Night City.
For sure.
And Mr. Big Yeti.
Oh, yeah. 305 representing.
That's right. And possibly no steals, but we might get Laser Shark in here.
We may get a sighting later.
We'll see. We may get a sighting. So, guys, how have you been?
Good, man.
It's been a good week, man. It's been a good week. I'm not gonna lie. It's been a little, a little cold this week. I had to turn the heat on in the house, but yeah, few of the records melted off the wall. Take a good heat gun to it, it starts to melt that hot glue.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Well, chat, thank you for joining us. Nulik, Inglewood. What's up, everybody?
Yo.
Hey, first thing first, congratulations to Nulik.
Yes, congrats, Nulik.
You know what I'm saying? Papa Nulik.
Oh, here we go. What is up?
Buzzer beater, Laser Shark.
Wow.
Have no fear. I am here.
Oh, man. Awesome.
Hey, we got a little Laser Shark in the back.
All right.
A laser baby shark?
Dude, I
Laser baby.
literally just walked in the door. I had an afternoon. Let's just say that.
There's your band name right there, baby. Laser baby.
Oh man.
Anyways, so how have you been, Laser Shark? How have you been? You've been busy, man. Sports
Good.
is
Good.
sports is kicking up. You guys had a good pregame show there.
Yeah.
And postgame.
The pregame and post Super Bowl shows.
Yeah.
Seem to have gone pretty good. We had some fun doing that. Now that football's over, we have to change our focus towards like basketball.
All-Star game's coming up.
Yeah, the All-Star game's coming up, so that's gonna be big.
Team LeBron is stacked. I'm just gonna say that right off the bat.
Yeah. So
it's pretty disgusting, even with the injuries.
Yeah, I haven't even looked into
Harding tapped out.
Well,
yeah, no, he's a new team.
Well, he's not playing the All-Star game.
Yeah, no, he's hurt. A couple people are hurt. So guys, I want to get into this Doctor Strange. Well, that's the first one. Yeah, Doctor Strange trailer.
Mm-hmm.
I have not seen it, so I will be reacting to it. I guess it premiered during the Super Bowl. I didn't see the Super Bowl. I was a little busy.
Yeah, it was like at the beginning too.
Yeah.
Trav, I want to share, but sometimes I don't hear audio. I hit window and then share system audio, correct?
Yes.
Not I hear entire screen or window. Actually, isn't it Microsoft Edge tab? That's what it is.
Yeah.
There it is. All right, guys, you ready?
Let's do it.
Hang on, let me cancel this and let me bring it up. Go there, bring it up there. All right, we're good. Now we can do it. Share screen, tab, Doctor Strange. All right, let's do it. Let's do it.
Every night.
We got sound?
Yep.
See, I don't hear sound, but it's okay.
The nightmare begins.
You got that indigestion.
I did what I had to do.
Oh, these effects are fun.
To protect our world. You cannot control everything, Strange.
Wrong. He's the new Nick Fury.
You exist. And we don't know who or what will walk through it.
Got some appearances. There you go. There's my girl.
What do you know about the multiverse?
Viz had his theories. He believed it was dangerous.
Oh boy.
He was right.
Yeah. Oh man, I love these Doctor Strange.
Stephen.
There we go.
Your desecration of reality will not go unpunished.
Waiting for that matchup.
Okay. Okay.
We should tell him the truth.
Enter a new dimension.
Hope you guys heard that.
Things just got out of hand.
There we go. Shout out to the What If.
Yep.
You break the rules. Look out! Become a hero. I do it. I become the enemy. It doesn't seem fair.
Saw some Kree blood. May 6.
May
Around the
6th.
corner, man.
Pretty close.
Music by Danny Elfman. Okay. All right.
I heard something
Interesting.
that stood out.
Okay.
Big
What was that?
to
What was
me.
that?
When he walks into that chamber with the chairs,
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I heard Professor Xavier's voice.
Yeah, there was a picture.
Yes,
you know, the internet.
absolutely.
Internet went ablaze.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
trying to. I mean, the theory was this is how they're trying to bring the mutants. Hopefully, you can say mutants now.
Yeah.
Or
I
whatever.
can't- I-
Whatever.
I think we might have a. I think we may
Whatever
have
word they
a-
come up with, the specials. But then somebody
Yeah.
might get offended. So who knows?
Let me tell you something. I've been a Marvel fan for years and years and years and years and years. I cannot wait for Marvel to make an X-Men movie. Like, Fox, you had your chance and you never really got it right.
Yep.
Just hand it over.
Yeah.
Just collect your percentage and sit back and let the people
And watch
do...
the mouse put the battery in the back.
This is
Yeah.
what we're trying. Come on now.
I mean, the mouse is
Come on
gonna
now.
ring. My mouse is gonna.
Let's go.
Trust me, he's gonna bring Wolverine out of retirement. If anybody can bring Wolverine out of retirement, it's the mouse.
Ugh.
Come on, Wolverine.
Tell you, bro. Tell you.
Yeah. That was
Hey.
the second time I've seen the trailer, and no, that might be
Same.
the third time actually. And
This is my second.
it seems like it's gonna be a big one.
Yes, X-Men 97 is coming back, and it continues right after the season, the series finale.
Oh wow!
We'll see, man. I mean, He-Man kind of freaked me out. He-Man
Right.
left a deep scar in my heart.
Netflix.
So I'm gonna. But this is Disney. So
But which version of He-Man? Because I've seen like
The one
4
from
different
Netflix.
versions.
there's two Netflix versions. There's the weird little kids one, and there's
Mhm.
the one that suckered the adults in, and it was something completely different.
Okay,
The show was
yeah,
called
yeah.
He-Man. Didn't even have He-Man.
Oh,
Right.
the one
Yeah.
where he's not in
Hey,
it.
Yeah, hey, He-Man. First episode. Spoiler
Yeah, I was
alert.
like,
He dies.
the
Spoiler
dumbest-
alert.
The dumbest thing I've ever seen.
Hey, this is a show called He-Man. He-Man dies. Anyways, good trailer. I think I've been looking forward to this movie for many reasons. I like the Doctor Strange movies because I love the magic element of Marvel. There's a lot of other characters in the Marvel universe that use magic that are very interesting. And I think we need that. We need this phase. The phase 5? Phase 4, phase 5. I think it's phase 4,
I think
phase
5. I think it's 5.
Yeah. Correct me if I'm wrong, chat. In the Marvel phase, I haven't really been keeping up with the phases. I'm just waiting for Blade. I'll be honest. I'm just waiting for Blade. Okay.
Who
Everybody
isn't
else.
at
Aren't
this
we
point?
all?
Everybody else-
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
definitely.
I'm just apparently this multiverse of madness is going to have a lot of people in it. It's like a
Royals.
mini Avengers.
I wrote down. Let me see when I
Movie.
had that here. Blades. Posting.
Yeah, I was impressed. I like it. I'm looking forward to it. I love the character Doctor Strange. I think it's gonna be great. It's gonna be great.
Yeah, Royal said something interesting that I watched.
Yeti got the script over here.
That did.
Yeah,
Yeti got the Marvel script.
Yeah.
You know,
He's
that's how we do. You know,
You should have memorized it. That's the problem.
Yeah, man. Are you in the movie? Did you have a line?
Right.
no, I was because I remember from last week. I had taken some notes, and I was
No.
I
I'm
had
joking.
notes
I'm
from
joking.
Yeah, I was like,
from Blade.
yes,
That's what I
one
had
line.
wrote from.
Look, there he is. No. Look, there he is. No. Look, there he is.
He's there
No,
now.
I gotta. Damn it, that's my only line, and they cut it. You stay there for a whole week. You get free food. You might see a star or two from like a distance. Hey, I'm in the movie. Don't touch him. Don't look at Tony Stark. Don't touch him. Don't look at Benedict Cumberbatch. Look at anybody.
Oh, man.
Just stay there. Cool trailer. I'm expecting good things from. I love the last one. So you guys excited for this one?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
The trailer did its job. Like you said, like
Yeah,
in
it
the
did.
past. Trailer
Yeah, it did.
got one job, and it's to get you hype. This
Yeah.
got me hype because I know ever since they did the whole Spider-Man thing that the trailer ain't really telling us much. We seen a lot, but
Yeah.
they ain't really telling us much.
Right.
There's a lot going
So
on.
that means when I sit down and I grab my popcorn and I'm in front of that screen,
It's gonna feel new.
everything when surprises pop off, it's gonna pop right.
Don't be surprised. These are the type of movies where people pop certain things to look. This is the type of movie where it's that type of movie where you can do something.
That's what I'm
It'll take
saying.
you to the next level.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Multiverse
Yeah.
madness.
Yeah.
This can't be settled like we're just gonna play
this
it
is-
safe. No,
Yeah,
go
they did
there.
it right. They
Yeah,
did
this
it
is
right.
gonna
Go there.
open up.
If the
It's gonna
turtles
open
show up, I don't care.
Ah! Was that Splinter?
Yo.
At this point, the mouse owns everybody.
But here's the
I
funny
mean,
thing.
I think they did a
It
good
wouldn't-
job.
It wouldn't even be the turtles. It would just be Casey Jones walking in the background. And you'd be like, "Oh, they going here with it." It'd be
Yep.
something like that.
Yep, with his hockey mask and his hockey stick.
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
I think they did a perfect. They used a perfect venue to release it. I mean, they did it on the biggest stage
Oh yeah, of the year.
of the year, every year. I mean, it's literally Super Bowl is the biggest stage. You don't get any bigger than that. You know, and historically, the Super Bowl has the most viewers than any show, anything being broadcast
Yeah, for sure.
on the globe. Super Bowl just topples them, and they used this as a there wasn't a YouTube release. It wasn't like released on the,
Right.
the
Those
Friends
3
reunion,
a.m.
you know,
sneaky Disney trailers.
Yeah, the Harry Potter reunion. We're gonna give you the sneak peek. No, they did it on the freaking Super Bowl, where it's like I don't know how many millions of dollars per second.
And not only that, think of $millions of dollars. It's the perfect real estate of the Super Bowl. The beginning of the Super Bowl, not the second half.
Yeah, that's the
when
that's
people
the
are checking out. The beginning when everybody's like, grab the wings, grab the chips.
Everybody, the wings are still hot.
The game about to
The
start.
nachos are still steaming. You just sit down and it's like, yes, it's time. Yes.
No, man,
Yes.
it's gonna be
It's
good.
definitely gonna come. It's gonna be. I think it's gonna be bigger than the Spider-Man. I'm just going ahead and say it. I'm going ahead and say it. I think
Bigger
it's gonna
than
be
Spider-Man?
I think it's going to be bigger than Spider-Man. I think we're going to get more surprises. Yeah, I mean, I'm all in. I'm all in with that one.
Well, they definitely have to put all their eggs in this basket because this is the movie that's going to bring us and introduce us to all of the summer. It's going to introduce us to the whole nother universe of the MCU. So all these other movies that are going to branch off with the supernatural and the magical stuff is coming off of this. So this has to be rock solid. Otherwise, it'll fall apart, much like the DC universe and the Justice League.
Right.
Like all these movies are coming out now for them, and everybody's like, yeah, but the first one was kind of rocky, kind of shaky. So
everybody is excited for Black Adam, though.
Well, it's The Rock, so that's pretty much it.
The Rock, yeah.
I'm hyped for Batman.
Oh, Batman is going to be my movie of the year. I'm calling it. I'm
still on the fence on that.
Matt Reeves, guys.
on the fence. I don't believe. What's the guy's name?
Robert Pattinson.
Yeah, I just.
We'll save that for another
Twilight.
show.
We'll get there.
Listen,
We'll get
if
there.
he's gonna be standing in the moonlight and his chin and everything gonna be glistening like diamonds out
Oh
there. Like, we can't do that. We can't have that, bro.
Rashi got her ticket. Hey.
He's a phenomenal actor. He's a phenomenal actor.
Yeah, we'll see.
All right. So, chat, let us know what you thought if you just saw this trailer for the first time. And let's move on to our second topic.
And if you're new to the channel, make sure you like, hit the comments,
and share.
Subscribe, share. Don't keep us a secret.
Yes,
follow us at PSMBSPOD on all social medias.
Hit the
and of
thumbs
course,
up
the
button.
garage on YouTube as well.
That's right. Trav, do you have control in the back?
No, I don't have control.
For some reason I can't hear audio.
Is your bottom like your audio? I don't understand.
Not technical difficulties.
That's weird. It's weird. It's all good. I'll try it again. Anyways, sorry about that. I'm kind of listening to it and I'm like, why can't I hear this?
That's strange.
Yeah, man. I've had trouble with that every single time. I used to know. But it's not working. Let me see if this works. It's not letting me.
That's epic.
There we go. There we go. All right, guys. Here we go. Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Ooh.
You guys hear it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
I didn't know this was a thing. I'm already excited.
Take that comment off, Rashi.
I can't see it.
Oh, I can hear it.
Yeah, do it. I can't see it.
Yes.
So Harlow is a ghost town.
Ooh.
We have a vision for this place. All it needs is young blood.
I don't want to live here. This is a chance for people to start fresh somewhere safe. Hey guys, you should see this.
What are you doing in our house?
Yep.
You really shouldn't be here.
Oh.
Oh. Oh my God.
Let's go.
Oh, there we go.
This is hardest.
Okay, because the Evil Dead remake was good. Very good. And the original people. Okay. They got some street cred. Yeah, they got some street cred.
Let's go. Leatherface.
Oh, look at that. Good shot. It's February.
Look at him.
Ooh.
I'm not gonna let him kill you.
Yeah, you will.
Fear no evil. Fear no evil.
Oh, yes. They're done. Of course.
Yeah.
Cancel, bro.
Very, very accurate. Don't run, film. Ooh.
Oh.
Ooh.
Let's go.
He said, "You try anything, you're gonna get canceled, bro." He canceled that whole bus.
Wow.
Yeah. I'm in.
Yeah, I'm Netflix.
I'm already in.
I'm cool. Come on, man.
Okay.
They got like you said, they got the street cred. They got the right
street
people.
cred.
They got the right people at the right table.
Yeah.
The right budget, it looks like.
I mean, they can't do wrong right now.
Looks like the same town from Harder They Fall, but oh well. I don't care. Same set. I don't care.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm
A little
nervous.
Uh-oh.
You're nervous. Oh,
I'm nervous.
You saw the
know why you're
cell phones
nervous.
that got nervous?
I know why you're nervous.
I think you know why I'm nervous. I think
Here's
you know
the
why
thing.
I'm nervous.
Here you
But this is maybe one of your reasons. Here's the thing about Netflix movies.
Here we go.
Netflix movies are very hit and miss, guys.
Yes.
They're not as consistent as HBO, as Amazon. They're just very hit and miss. When they hit, it's like fantastic. when they miss, it's like awful. If there's no middle ground with Netflix when it comes to their movies, there's it's either very good or very bad. And it kind of it's I understand that, and that's the one thing when I saw the Netflix thing when I was looking for the trailer, because I hadn't seen this, and I was like, oh, it's a Netflix film. I'm like, okay. Bring the expectations super low. You know, and then just watch the movie.
I'm already in from what I've seen for this trailer.
I mean, the trailer right now
is good.
Is good.
It's cooking.
It's a great trailer. It's a great trailer.
But they've done that before.
I'm nervous because Texas Chainsaw Massacre. These are huge shoes to fill.
He's on the Rushmore of slashers.
Sure, he is on the Mount Rushmore of slashers.
Legendary.
He's legendary. You know, that's like saying, okay, you know what? Let's go ahead and remake. You know, let's do a remake of Nightmare on Elm Street. Let's do a remake of Pumpkinhead. Let's do a remake of Friday the 13th.
Don't even bring that up. Somebody might be listening to you.
They already did.
We don't need Freddy going and fighting Jason in space with leprechauns. We don't need that.
You see what they did with those movies, though. You see,
I know.
They ran out of things to do.
Yeah.
I mean, and I was hooked on the trailer. I was watching the trailer. I'm like, okay. And then when I saw the bus scene, I see the cell phones come up. I'm like, the millennials done took over. And they're gonna take Leatherface.
Old man Yeti.
I mean, but they gotta bring it into the.
You know,
they gotta bring it realistic.
Yeah, it's modern times.
But here's the thing.
That's an accurate thing, though.
It's very accurate. It's very accurate. It's very, you know. But again, you know, it's like I don't know.
Nobody's running to a payphone nowadays.
Yeah, that's not.
So they kind of gotta. I get what you're saying, Yeti, because when I see movies like this, I don't want cell phones. I don't want tablets. I don't want technology.
Right.
It dates the movie.
Because then it dates the movie.
Imagine now you're watching a movie. Like the other day I was watching Heat, and they pull out Pacino gets paged, and then he opens up his flip phone to make the phone call. And I don't want to. I want to turn it off at that point because I'm like, oh, the movie's dated now. Great
here's
film.
The thing. Here's the thing with
film. That. The most amazing cast ever put together on a film.
Probably.
Yeah.
You know, and then they dated with the technology of beeper. You look at that beep like, oh my god.
But sometimes that gives it its flair. It gives it its thing.
If it's a period film. Now, if that film was shot in 2021, about 2019 or 1999 or 1990, and they pull out beepers. Okay, yeah, cool. Oh wow.
Because you can still watch. I mean, I could be a little biased.
Ghostbusters, guys.
I'll admit, Ghostbusters.
They did it right. They did it right.
I could be a little biased on this, but the TV show Miami Vice still holds up to this day. You can watch that show today and look at it and be like, "Whoa, I'm in Miami in the '80s, and I'm good." Well, it holds up compared to a lot of these shows that they have now. The shows that they have now are cheesy.
But that's like story, and that's why it holds up. But if you look at most of
that's what I'm saying.
But things that date movies more than like technology, as far as cell phones or stuff like that, is like the clothes that they're wearing, the cars that you see in the first few seconds.
But that's the charm sometimes.
Yeah,
that's why I don't care if I see really a cell phone or something because
no, it doesn't bother me.
Because I'm like, okay, well, now this is what time period is this set in? Obviously, it's happening now because of the fashion and the way that it's shot. So, of course, what's going to be happening now? If somebody got on the bus with a chainsaw, phones are coming out.
Right. But here's the thing.
There's going to be a lot of videos on the cloud.
That's what I want to know.
But here's the thing. Here's a good example of
FBI coming.
Yeah, there are movies that you can play that you don't know the era, like Batman with Michael Keaton. When that movie came out, when you see that movie today, you can kind of still see that now. It's kind of just like an old city.
Right.
There's nothing. They don't really go, oh, this is the 60s, this is the 70s. You can kind of see it, you can guess, but they don't show you that. Like he has the screens and stuff like that, and we all have screens. They show Batman's tech, which can be anything because his tech is futuristic or it could be in the past. It doesn't matter. Batman has that flexibility. But for everybody else in the Batman movie, there wasn't really any tech. besides the
Right,
phone.
dating the movie, right?
Besides the phone, but if you look at the cars,
The cars are a little old.
the cars
They
are a
were
little
dated.
old.
They were
But
dated.
if you kind of look at the architecture, it's kind of like whoa, like you're kind of like what time period? Even when the movie came out in '89, you're kind of like what time
Yeah,
period is this?
that film does not say 1989 at all.
It doesn't. It doesn't.
At all.
You
At
might
all.
think 40s, 50s, 60s, 90s.
Right.
Who
But
knows?
you get pulled into that universe. You get pulled into that time span. But if I'm watching like Heat, I'm not being pulled into anything. I'm just watching. I could have came out yesterday. Could have came out
Okay.
25 years ago. But
I
all
get
of
you.
a sudden, you see, armored car robberies, bank robberies. And then within that, police stories. They got the police radios and police cars, and the police cars were old. That's fine. You can get past that. But then you pull out the flip phones, and they're serious with it. It's not even like, at that moment, this was like, oh man, there's a pager. He got a page. You see the pager this guy got and a phone? Wow. So and I guess it's rough because I remember that time. I remember that era vividly. So it just makes me. It just
Some
so
of
when
those
I saw that,
details,
when I see this, I see the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and I know I was in the theater when it originally hit theaters. I remember it. I remember, pissing my pants almost watching Leatherface and this whole thing, decorating my walls with Leatherface and all of that, because I was a 80s horror slasher geek. I was in the conventions and everything.
Listen,
What?
this man right here introduced me because I remember, I go over his house, and and then when he moved down here, he had this collection of magazines and books, and one of them caught my eye. It was called Fangoria. I don't know if you guys remember
I
that.
know that, of course.
Oh yeah.
And he had like boxes of these magazines, and I was just like, whoa, that kind of like introduced me to he kind of had a hand in introducing me to the horror thing, because he was all about that. Even for Halloween, if you see this man's posts, he's into the makeup.
I would do the makeup. I could do slasher stuff. I make wounds and all. I was big into this, the latex and all that stuff. So this is big. Like I said, this is huge shoes to fill. Huge shoes to fill.
I mean, we'll see.
And let me tell you something. I'm looking forward to it. 2 days,
basically
it'll be right in my lap in 2 days. So I'm definitely looking forward to it.
I'm kind of like looking at it in a standpoint of like business wise, like Chainsaw Massacre. I thought Universal owned them, like how they own. So I'm like, how does Netflix get involved with Universal?
Probably some licensing real quick. They do these backwater deals and all that stuff.
Especially to a. My question is, do we see Netflix take care of other big names like this? Like, do we see another Friday the 13th or Nightmare on Elm Street?
I was shocked when I saw the Netflix logo. I was shocked.
Yeah,
right.
I didn't
really?
I did not expect that it was a Netflix thing. Again, this was my first time seeing it. I've been waiting kind of to react to it, and I was like, oh, it's a Netflix thing. I'm like, okay, interesting. Hopefully we don't have a Halloween Kills thing.
I mean, right now, Netflix is, some people might not want to admit it, but Netflix is the standard when it comes to things being put on our phones, our TVs.
Yeah, they own streaming.
They own
streaming.
They own it.
They're the Disney of streaming.
Exactly. So whatever they put out, it's gonna be like a foreshadowing of what's to come. This movie might come out. They may do you never know. They might do
what's coming out in October to compare.
Yeah, they might do a Friday the 13th. But what's gonna happen is this is gonna test the waters to see are they really ready for us to bring back some of these iconic characters? Because I don't know, we made the joke earlier. We don't want to see Freddy Krueger and Jason fighting in space and all this kind of stuff. But if they do it right with the CGI and the technology right now, Freddy coming through the walls maybe and in somebody's train, cutting and slashing people is something I want to see.
If they skip all the let's really get into his backstory stuff.
Because when they did the reboot,
the backstory has been told 1,000 times, and it's been told differently, which is crazy. It's different when they do the reboot. when the original, you know.
I mean,
We need the movie to
there's a
be
blueprint
dark.
already out there how to do
Yeah.
a proper reboot for these slasher guys. Look at Friday the 13th that came out in what 2016 or 2017.
Yeah.
Yep.
They didn't have to do no backstory. You already know what this band's all
You
about.
already know.
He
You already
showed
know.
up, tied people up at the campsite, had Buddy over the fire. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The kids got to the cabin. They thought it was going to be a party night, and he came and he crashed the party.
Yeah. Period.
You know,
and
that's
they
what
got
we
to what
want.
people want.
That was the
fatality.
basis of movies 1 through 19 has all
Right.
been the same, you know, cookie
Right.
cutter film, and I didn't miss not one of them. You know,
We need to get you have to have the right director with the right vision for these characters. I think there's always been a hint of comedy in, let's say, like a Friday a Nightmare on Elm Street movie. So I kind of want to take it a different way. Like I want it to be super dark. Like
Right.
people are scared. He might make one little thing here and there, but I don't need him really making jokes. I want people to be terrified. Like once he's there, that's it.
It's over. It's over.
let me tell
He's
you,
not going
let me
to
tell
be
you,
joking
yeah.
with you or nothing. It's a wrap. And
That-
he's
and
not
that was
just
the
killing
thing, man.
random people. He's
Yeah,
killing
that was
everybody.
the thing. Yeah, that was the thing with Freddy. With Freddy, I remember those movies vividly in the theater. Those movies were terrifying.
The first one had
They
me,
were
like,
terrifying. You know, even with the the little light humor that they had, those are breathing points where you can actually breathe.
Right.
and kind of let loose a little bit. If not, you freaking leave out of there. You'll have a freaking heart attack right on the seat.
Yep.
Those
Yep.
movies were terrifying.
Right.
And because you were dealing with what I think was the key draw to these horror movies was they had actual real live gore. Gore is a
practical
lost
effects. Yep.
art. It is a lost art. There's no more now. It's all CGI. You slash gallons of blood, spurt the wall. It looks great. It looks great on film, and it hypes everything. Oh wow, awesome! But the actual real gore is a lost art, man. It's lost.
hey man, we can't have Yeti out here making movies. He's trying to get real people to get slashed up. Come on now. Calm down, man.
That time they made. I mean, the art. It was an art form, man. It was an art to making blood, to mixing the blood, and it was.
There's still listen. There
the
are
latex,
still
the rubber mat. It was art.
there are still a lot of filmmakers out there that are releasing very, very good horror movies and using practical effects. And Antlers is a good example of that. I don't know if you have seen Antlers. It's
I've seen it on.
I think it's on
HBO?
Amazon or HBO. I think it's on HBO. That guy had The Witch. We call it The Witch. There's a couple of movies out there. They're just not. They're since they're out of the, like you said, the cookie cutter type slasher mold. It's really psychological. A lot of effects. A lot of crazy stuff happen. But check out those movies. If you want to go back to that old school type horror, but they don't use the formula. It's a different vibe. Like Hereditary has a different vibe. It has blueprints of what we've seen before, but it just has a different vibe. They come at you from a different side. And speaking of a different side, breaking news today. That has to do with our next topic. Peacemaker has been renewed for season 2.
Oh, we got
ahead
That's easy.
of the season finale.
That's
Smart.
easy. It's a good show.
Oh, so
It's so good. It's so good.
It's so good.
It's so good.
It's so good. Episode 7 was, I want to say it right off the bat. Episode 7 was sad in some ways. I didn't think knowing, spoiler alert, if you haven't seen episode 7, Dave, have you seen it?
Alert.
Did you
hit
get to
that
see it?
mute.
Yeah, you better hit mute for
I
like
haven't
10
seen
seconds.
it, but I do not care about spoilers.
Okay,
I'm gonna go watch it right after this.
Yeah.
Oh, shit, you
man.
haven't watched it.
I haven't
Yeah,
gotten.
I'm not going to spoil it.
I haven't
No,
gotten
go
to
ahead.
episode 7, but go ahead because I don't see
Doesn't
myself
matter.
really.
I'm still gonna watch it.
I don't know.
Listen, the running gag of economists saving the day strikes again.
Continues.
Let me tell you, there is nothing more satisfying. I wait for that because it is so hilariously satisfying that it's not even. It's like I know it's coming. I know it's good, but it's still so good
It's the perfect inside joke.
Yes, because at the beginning he was diebeard, he was horrible, and Peacemaker was going in. Now he's like
He's
a
the man.
stud. He's the stud.
Yeah.
Peacemaker's like, yo, you're my boy. But Economist, man, it's just too much. It's just too much. R.I.P. Mern.
I mean,
man.
that had to happen. You know that was gonna happen.
I knew that was gonna happen because just the vibe he was giving, and just who he was and what he is and stuff like that. He's public enemy number one, basically.
Right, but the plan is to get rid of the food source, and that's his food source as well.
Oh, I know. That definitely there, but
one way or the other, he's X'd out of the equation.
Yeah, and it is a branch of Suicide Squad, so we all know don't get attached to characters,
right?
Because
Expendables.
they're gonna do what they got to do. I don't know if he's gonna be that hardcore on this one. It's not like Mern was like a huge, he wasn't in the big moments. He was kind of like just keeping things together from a back.
Right.
So it wasn't like it sucked because the backstory and stuff like that. But I just think this episode was so good. I think Adebayo, throughout the whole show, I liked Adebayo, but then when she did what she did with the diary, and everybody finding out now in their vibe, I hate her now. I can't stand her. Not in a way that I don't like the character, but just what she did is messed up.
Oh yeah. There's no going back from that.
There's no going back from that, and she almost like destroyed the team.
Right.
Like she almost single-handedly destroyed the team.
Yeah, it was poor taste.
And I love the battle between Peacemaker and his dad. Didn't expect the outcome so quickly. I did expect an outcome. Spoiler alert. I'm sorry.
He levels his dad.
He kills his dad.
He levels him.
And I knew something was going to happen, but I didn't think it would happen like now. But obviously, he's not the main villain. He's a side villain. He's a personal villain because it's family. It's his dad. And they went into Peacemaker's backstory of his brother, which is something I've been dying to see.
Oh, right.
What happened to his brother. And now we know, and it was brutal.
Yeah. That one kind of hit me like, damn.
It did hit me. It hit me. I mean, yeah, she is. I like Adebayo. Like I'm saying, the character. Within the context of her decision making, what she did with the diary, I don't like her. But as a character, I like the actress. I like the character.
Right.
I like what she brings to the table. But her decision.
Yeah. If I was in the team, she'd get the boot. She got to get
Amanda Waller. Absolutely.
She ain't made for this.
I mean, look whose kid she is.
She keeps saying it.
Right. And I would give her the express pass out of here.
I mean, Hardcore knows. Hardcore was like the most unlikely character you'd think would be all in, because at the beginning she was all nonchalant, like I don't give a fuck. I don't care.
Right.
You guys are nothing. This guy's a douche. This guy's an idiot. And all of a sudden she's like, yo, she's in. Like she is. Like she's down for whatever.
Toretto.
And you didn't even got to talk about Vigilante. Vigilante is
it's about family.
Vigilante had his moment to shine.
Yep.
I thought he was going to be taken out for a while.
Yes, same.
But a homie came back.
I was cheering.
He accidentally saved people's lives by passing out where he did.
Yeah,
and
man.
Eagly got punched.
Oh no.
Eagly got punched. Almost didn't make it.
Who's out here punching eagles?
Hey man,
his dad.
It gets rough out there. It gets rough out there, man.
Eagle is hilarious.
It's hard out here.
The Eagle is hilarious.
Vigilante is such a great character. I mean, I think people.
Damn, I wish Bobby was here for that Subaru scene.
Oh.
With the guy came out the Subaru.
Yes.
Like, what up, dude? Look at the leprechaun.
Yo, Dragon Master. He had his moment too with his flaming hot Cheetos. You want some? Yo, I mean, this movie is just. I mean, this show. It's movie quality. That's what I'm saying.
Right. Oh yeah.
This show is just so good. It's just so good, guys. What did you guys think? Are you ready for the season finale?
For sure.
I haven't caught up yet. I'm still working my way through.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeti's still trying to get over it.
I'm still trying to get through it. You know, I do love the Eagle. Eagle-y is just
Yeah, Eagle-y had his time to shine too.
he's just hilarious, man. I was hooked when the Eagle did that first embrace.
Oh, it happens again.
At first,
Yeah.
It happens again.
Get my phone.
Wait, no, it took me a good 20 seconds to realize
What was happening?
what was happening. It was like,
Yes.
He's like,
first of all, I'm like,
come.
how the hell did they train an eagle to do all of this? I didn't think eagles were trainable. I didn't think eagles were trainable, much less I thought it might have been illegal to use an eagle because that's like an American icon. You can't use an American eagle in a movie and have it hugging.
You
But then I
definitely
realized,
can punch
it's
it.
not a real eagle, but then
But the
then it took
CGI
me a
is so good.
30s, yeah, so it's really good. And then when I see the embrace and I'm like, oh, that's what this show is going. Okay, because that was early on.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, that's what they're talking. Okay, now so I started. I kind of like changed my my watching, my observational motivation. If you, for
Yeah,
lack of a better term.
it's definitely it's an offbeat show. James Gunn is
Very.
like that.
Yeah, very
Just
offbeat.
what he did with Guardians and what he did with Suicide Squad and many countless other movies. I mean, the guy knows what he's doing, and he has a hit show. I'm not surprised. I'm not shocked.
Man,
I look forward to the
must have
season
had
finale.
He must have had an interesting childhood.
Oh, he did. I mean, his whole he came from, I think it was Stroma. I think that's his company, the crew that made these short horror movies or horror movies. Jack, correct me if I'm wrong, but I know that he had a lot of different types of offbeat indie films and things like that. And he's written a lot of hit indie movies. Like, he's been involved in a lot of those. I can't remember too many on top of my head, but if you look at his resume, that's his forte. Dark comedy, that's his forte. He'll take a situation where it's like, oh my god, it's so serious, this person's getting mangled, but it's hilarious how they're getting mangled. And that's not easy to do because people see that and they're like, oh my god, poor person, but then they're like laughing at the same time.
He was like, oh no, he's dying, but he fell into a wood chipper.
Yes.
So it's kind of funny.
Yes.
It kind of reminds me of the old Toxic Avenger.
Yeah.
If you ever seen Toxic Avenger,
Yeah.
it is just, I mean, the greatest kill scene in the entire world was when he took a little person and folded him up into a basketball and slam dunked him. I was hooked. Toxic Avenger.
That's funny.
Okay,
That's
so
good.
just I'm gonna look at his resume right here. I'm gonna try to share this. Let's look at his resume real quick, and then we'll move on because I really want to give him the props that he definitely deserves. So this is his credits. So in Tromeo, like there's he has these type of weird movies. The Specials, he wrote all these movies. Dawn of the Dead, that's the one Zack Snyder directed.
Oh,
he wrote
did
that
Dawn
movie.
of the Dead?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he wrote that movie.
I like that movie a lot.
Yes.
That was the
Slither?
got us all
He did
appetite
Slither.
for zombies.
I've seen Super. Crazy dark movie. If you haven't seen Super with Rainn Wilson, that is a crazy
movie.
dark movie.
Incredible. It's listen, seeing somebody get hit with a pipe wrench.
He produced
This is the funniest thing ever.
Obviously a Suicide Squad, and he's done like these short films. This is where he really cut his teeth.
You said
And
he
these
produced Brightburn?
Yeah, he produced Brightburn. Yeah.
That movie is so crazy.
Oh, he did that?
That movie is so crazy.
Need another one.
Yeah. I need part 2 of that.
Yeah. Yeah. So he has this. Obviously, he's had his roles, but he has these short films, which this is kind of like where he started his little crew, part of that crew. But yeah, and he's done some work. So he has a style, and it's working. But yeah, I can't wait till the season finale. Congrats to James Gunn and the cast for season 2. Nobody is surprised. Nobody is surprised.
I said this last week or on the last episode. I said they'll be stupid if they let this like go without a season 2. Like they hit something. Like
they hit something.
If you don't think that when Christmas comes, I mean not Christmas, when Halloween comes, there's not going to be a bunch of peace walkers walking around on Church Street down.
Oh yeah, Peacemakers.
Downtown,
Oh yeah.
dancing,
That's gonna be crazy. That's gonna be crazy.
and getting drunk.
There's gonna be like characters.
You're losing your
from
mind.
that film.
No.
There's gonna be vigilantes.
There's gonna be there's too many characters like that's gonna get reproduced. Even the dragon.
Here's the thing though. Here's the
even
thing.
Starro.
We've been waiting for another season of The Boys for a while now.
Oh yeah.
Do you think we? I'm gonna say now. Obviously, Peacemaker is a good show. It's a good show.
Right.
But do you think we like it more than we should because it's given us that Boys vibe, and we're starved for The Boys? Because I think if The Boys were to come out before season 2 of, let's say, Peacemaker comes out, I'm gonna be more focused on The Boys. I think.
Really?
Yeah, The Boys I think is just top tier as far as the superhero.
I think
and the storyline.
I know where you're going. I know where you're going with this, and I understand what you're saying, but I don't know. I mean, I think either or could have come out in the very beginning, and people would have. That's even with animated shows now, with Invincible, Vox Machina. They're all on Amazon. You know, these are Amazon shows. So Amazon has a vibe going right now with adult animation and adult gory shows and things like that. Amazon has a little vibe going on. They're trying to create their own trend.
But they're going so slow.
They are because
they don't have the but I mean, remember when Netflix first started up? Remember when all these guys first started
up? I don't think
they
it's about the budget.
Stuff like this.
I think it's about the diversity of content.
They got the money.
Amazon has
they totally got the money.
Something. Yeah, they got the money. Amazon has something for everybody. That's the thing about Netflix is very, like I said last time, Netflix has holds on to a niche. Like Netflix will take zombies and they'll put zombies in everything.
Yes.
They have like a zombie vibe. And then they have an anime vibe. And then they have a space vibe. There's a lot of space sci-fi vibe that they're into right now. Netflix
also put Sandra Bullock in everything.
Yeah, they have a vibe. Amazon is more like, listen, we're gonna take care of everybody. You want dark comedy? We got you. You want adult animation? We got you. You want action? We got you. You want all the Jack Ryan stuff?
Eggs,
you want Michael B. Jordan being a freaking badass, shooting and killing people? We got you. We want a crazy superhero show where the superheroes are all basically bad guys? We got you. Like they're just, you want a D&D adult animated, show? We got you. I mean, they have just period pieces.
But they're only good for 1 or 2 seasons, and then when you want a 3rd season, it takes 3 years to come out.
Right. Because
which is a mistake. I think
that's because of the shows you like in particular. But if you look at what they basically have a new Reacher was 2 weeks ago.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So basically they have a new show almost every week. If you think about it. A new show or two. They're pumping them out. But it's just their established shows take longer. Yes. Obviously the situation we're in.
Because here's the thing. Reacher's over, but you're not gonna see probably a season 2. You probably won't see it not this year.
Okay, but also for the remember, Amazon is more like Amazon okay, they kind of play the game of we're gonna give you everything at once and then we're gonna give you it weekly. They play that game. Netflix is we're gonna give you everything at once. HBO is we're gonna do a little bit of both.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Right. So you have that sort of oh my god, Amazon had oh my god, the Expanse.
The Expanse.
Like one of my favorite sci-fi shows of all time. My favorite show of all time right now, modern age. So they give you everything, like I said, but you think about that, you think about how they do the weekly and they release everything at the same time. So everybody's kind of they have time, man. They have time to let things marinate. I'm telling you, the best thing they can do is take their time because they get quiet. And then they'll throw one trailer out for The Boys, and then everybody goes nuts. And you know what's coming. So to remind you, hey, remember, you might have liked Reacher. The Expanse is over, but we got The Boys coming back. And then we got...
But if you wait too long...
The boys are back in town.
That flame, that heat gets cooler,
it does.
Gets smaller. And then it comes out, you're just like, I'm
Nobody
not going to rewatch a whole season to watch a season 2 of a show. Because you done forgot what happened.
It does,
and
but
that's what happened with if Netflix did with Lost in Space. Then first season
oh
was,
yeah,
was
they
out
completely
of
lost me.
hand,
They
out
lost
of
me.
hand.
They
Okay,
lost me.
I
but
couldn't wait
here's
for season 2. Season 2 comes out like almost like a year or 2 later.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Then again, taking to play, you had COVID and all that stuff happening. But then season 2 came out, and it's like, okay.
The kids are
Then, like
adults.
right after that, I think season 3. I think they're into season 3 at this point, or whatever.
Yeah.
But I'm done. I don't even want. I haven't even started season 3 yet because season 2 is such a letdown.
Trav, I'll let you go first.
I was going to say to jump into that conversation. I mean, Stranger Things.
Oh, that's what I was thinking. Stranger Things.
Yeah.
They did it on purpose. They want the kids to grow. They want the kids to grow. They want to show the older kids. Imagine having Stranger Things every year or whatever when the kids are basically almost the same.
Yeah,
they want to give you that progression
Potter?
of yeah. They want to give you that sense of this is 11 when she was 11. This is 11 when she was a teenager. She's going through being a teenager, then a young adult, and falling in love, and they're all going to college, and they have this eternal bond. And obviously, the period they're very specific about the period in which they bring back the cast and how many years have gone by and what's happening.
I used to like it. I'm gonna say this right now. When the new season comes out, it's already off the radar. Don't care.
I'm so ready. That's one of my favorite shows of all time.
Took too
right behind
long
that
to
one.
come back.
Right behind
Too
that
long
one.
to come back.
I feel like I'm scared that I'm gonna press play on it, and I might not. I feel like Laser. I might press play on the first episode and not even care anymore.
You can't go 2 to 3 years in between. You just can't.
I keep seeing it. Like, I don't know if you guys been on Netflix, where they can show you like what's coming, and it's always like it's under that worth the wait.
Yeah.
And I'm like, bro.
I think this next season of Stranger Things is going to be it's going to change the series, and we'll know if they'll do one more season or not.
I would say do this. Maybe not give if they want to do the season, which is fine. I mean, it's going to be hit or miss with me whether I'd watch it or not. I think at this point you've stretched it out so far. Give us a movie, and then let that be it. Like wrap it up in a movie.
They can do that. They can do that. Yes.
Give me my 2 hours.
Yes.
And
Yes.
I don't have to come back to this ever again.
Yes.
Because you're killing me with this. 2 years and then 3 years. It's too much. Too much. Make it simple. We need the content. Give me the content.
All right. So, chat, let us know. Are you excited for the season finale of Peacemaker? Are you watching? Are you not watching this? Let us know. And our final topic for today. This is a scary one because I wasn't sure about this, and we'll see. Like I said, we're going to do what we got to do, but I do want to check out these Uncharted reviews right now because I had zero expectations for this film. I'm still going to watch it, obviously, but when you look at the cast, when you look at what's behind it, and the cast is great. I think the cast is more than capable. That's one thing. I think they know what they're doing. Antonio Banderas is going to nail his parts. Obviously, Mark Wahlberg, legendary actor. And then you got Tom Holland, the up and comer, who's trying to get a hit movie that's not titled Spider-Man. He's trying to have a hit movie not titled Spider-Man.
Very hard to do.
I was thinking the same thing. If he flops this one,
it's very hard to do.
The Spider-Man who tried.
So as of right now, we're at 94 reviews. We're at 40% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah, if you've seen the trailer and if you know the backstory, if you've played the video games, and you even from the very first one to the second to third and the fourth, and then you watch the trailer for this movie, you know how Tom Holland, he's a good actor. He's a good actor. I don't see it. I do not care about this movie. And when I talk about I love the game, I played, I think, Uncharted 3 and Uncharted 4 twice each. I loved everything about the storyline and everything. I do not care that Tom Holland is Drake. I just don't care. Just don't care.
The critic consensus.
I think it should have been somebody else. I think give us a different actor. I understand what they're trying to do with him being so young. So then as he grows up and
Right.
Sully gets older, and then now you have that old, I get that vibe, but I it's just not Tom Holland.
Well, I
Well,
think
it could be a hit or a miss because look at the uh, Adam Driver who played Kylo Ren. After his Kylo Ren days, he's gone on to make some. He's an incredible actor.
he's an incredible actor. He is.
He's gone some. I mean, you could. I mean,
more than
you
proven.
now see Kylo Ren. Yeah, exactly. You see Kylo Ren as now one of his characters. The same thing here. It's like you said. It's either a hit or it's a miss. He could either nail it out of the park, or
I think
totally fall on his face.
I'm looking at this critic consensus thing. It says promising cast, but misleadingly titled. Uncharted mines its best-selling source material to produce a disappointing echo of superior adventure films. So if you read that, it kind of I understand.
It ain't that deep, brother.
Right.
It's gonna be like the last Tomb Raider that came out.
Oh, with what's her face? I forgot that.
Exactly.
I never saw that. I never saw the movie.
Exactly my point.
I never saw the movie. I never saw it.
Ain't
I didn't
that
need to.
Exactly my point.
I
You
didn't
didn't see it. Nobody cared about it.
Yeah, it disappeared.
Nobody
I mean,
cared about these movies.
honestly, I don't even see a big fanfare for this movie. Not even from PlayStation, other than they gave me, I think, a free ticket because I upgraded my Uncharted to the PS5 version.
Oh yeah, is that the email?
I should have got an email by now, but I haven't even looked for the email. That's how much I like.
Same. I forgot.
Trav, they gave you one ticket.
I believe one ticket. Yes, one ticket per pre-order.
That'll go to show you they give you one ticket, because if they gave you two, they don't want you to look like a fool out here bringing somebody to go watch this trash movie.
Oh,
God. I want to say it's gonna be
too spicy.
I don't think.
I
It
mean,
ain't too spicy. Isn't this what we're here for?
too soon.
I
Too
mean,
soon.
I was gonna say too soon. That's what I feel like. Too soon.
Too soon.
Come
Too
on,
soon.
I mean,
Claws
the
back,
budget
Wolverine. Throw the claws
will be there.
back.
Okay, listen. This is let me give you an example. I know we've all. Let me make this in a general sense. I know we've all have seen those movies where the critics say it's trash, and then we see it and it's freaking amazing.
Yes.
The audience sees it. So normally, I don't care about reviews. I don't care about reviews. Let me say that right up front. But normally, with critic and reviews and audience reviews, they're close. Like 90% of the time, they're a few 10%, 15%, but they're relatively close. Rare instances is a movie rated at 40%, for example, and audience is 100% or 90 something percent. Rarely will that happen. I think unless it's a specific movement that wants the movie to succeed no matter what, or they're trying to do a meme of it or something like that. You know what I mean? So,
Right.
so I think I'm gonna go see it. I had low expectations. I didn't want this movie. I didn't ask for it. I don't think anybody asked for this movie. A lot of these video game. Here's the thing. A lot of these video game movies lately.
Uncharted 5.
Okay. Yeah. Look. Lately. Look. I can understand. Here's the thing with video game movies, and I think I've solved the puzzle with video game movies. When you have a video game movie, okay, back in the day when they made video game movies, it was like Tomb Raider was successful. Tomb Raider came out. That's because the video game Tomb Raider wasn't deep. The story was basic, and it was just a nice looking polygon with big boobs, and you're doing all these flips and you're shooting animals and whatever.
Yep.
So it was kind of like, oh, I'm interested in kind of seeing what else that character's about. Cool. Right. Fast forward to the modern era, and I think Hollywood doesn't understand that video games have come a long way. They are creating better stories and more original stories than the film themselves.
100%.
And I think by them trying to take the formula of a video game and trying to put it in film format doesn't work. Why? Because 100% of the time, the game has a better story.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And it's presented better, it's interactive, and it's already done. The work is already done. This is not
exactly
Hollywood. Point. Listen to me, Hollywood. Listen to me. We're not in the 80s and 90s anymore when you can make a movie like that and we can be interested. Uncharted has a beautiful story that ended on 4 so far. We don't need a movie about Uncharted. because there's nothing you can do that's better than the games. I'm saying it right now. There's nothing you can do. There's nothing you can do with Assassin's Creed. There's nothing you can do with Prince of Persia. Games have come a long way.
Bruh.
We'll see what's up with Last of Us.
Assassin's Creed was the worst thing ever produced.
You know, we'll see what's up with Last of Us. You know, but I'm telling you right now, Hollywood needs to understand that video games don't need you to flesh out their stories. The stories are already fleshed out. We've come a long way. I think you guys think they're still in Mario days where the characters didn't even talk, or Zelda, where all I hear is hey, and you're like a million bunch of texts. Those days are over.
It's like
Hollywood. Those days are over.
They think they could build a universe in 2 hours that we've been sitting down in front of the screen for 30, 40 plus hours, getting the full story and all the details. I'm not going to sit down in 2 hours and get the same.
No, you can't. You can't.
It's impossible. So just don't do them. Just
don't do them.
Leave them alone.
Or pick. There are games out there that don't have a fleshed out story.
But they're still trash. Need for Speed, trash. We can go through every video game, every movie based on a video game, as far as I know, has been garbage.
Okay,
and even the very first
like spin-offs?
Street Fighter
like
with Jean-Claude Van Damme, that was trash.
Yeah.
That was that was movie genius.
It was though. It was trash.
It was.
It was trash. It was trash. But you know what? It's trash that nobody on the planet will ever forget.
It was
the video
digestible
game
trash.
based off the movie.
Okay, here's what I say. When I say the vegan
was trash.
Yeah, I know.
Trash is rolled down.
They canceled themselves. To Vegan's point, the problem is, Vegan, that they try to emulate a story that's already there. The reason why
Sonic 2, even
the reason why the first Resident Evil movie was actually pretty good is because they didn't follow the original story. The original story, part by part. In the Uncharted trailer, they damn near put part 3, part 1, part 2. They're just putting these set pieces. That's not how you do this. The first Resident Evil movie, when I first saw it, I went in blind because I was like, okay, I didn't see any trailers, I didn't see anything. I just go, okay, I love Resident Evil. They're doing a movie, and I was so invested in that I didn't know what the hell was going to happen. I didn't know who was who. They didn't tell you who was who. They didn't tell you why they were there. It wasn't until past the middle part where you're like, oh, that's Wesker, and that's this one, and that's that. That was brilliant. If you do something like that, great. But these movies are just taking scenes from the game and trying to build a movie around it. I think that's how it goes.
How about this? How about I'm using myself for example, and I hope this doesn't shut the room down. But I've never played Uncharted.
Okay.
I'm seeing this movie now, completely unaware of the story that is portrayed in the video game, and I'm looking at this from a completely objective point of view. Like, oh, I want to see this movie, but it's an adventure movie. I want to see this. I just may sit through this movie and say, "Oh my god, this is the greatest movie that's ever made I've ever seen in my life." Right. And then I hear, okay, this is a video game. Oh, okay, that must be a great video game. I'm gonna go now and I'm gonna look for that video game for my system.
Right. No,
I may be disappointed, but guess what? All sales are final at that point.
But here's what you'll do: you'll play the video game, and then you will never go back to the movie. I guarantee you that.
Oh, you won't? No, for sure.
I will guarantee it.
For sure.
Oh, and Nigel, you're right. Mortal Kombat, that was good.
The reason why Mortal Kombat was good, again, to my earlier point, when Mortal Kombat came out, the character bios were literally like 6 sentences.
Yeah, you didn't know nothing about him.
You didn't know anything. It was just Scorpion does this, and this was this, and Sonya and Raiden was a god with thunder, and you didn't know anything. It was just fight. It was a tournament for Earth, fight. So they took that and they go, okay, let's see what we can do with that. Let's flesh out the story. And that's why Mortal Kombat worked. Because there wasn't a story in the games. Again, that was the 90s.
But here's the thing. Here's the caveat. Guess why the new Mortal Kombat movie was trash? Because we already got the backstory. We know the story now. So when they try to remake it and do it over, it fell on its face. Yeah. It just did. Everybody knows this.
I mean,
People
when
Double
like,
Dragon.
oh,
Double Dragon.
Double Dragon.
Mortal Kombat came out
Double
in
Dragon. I remember Double
95,
Dragon.
right?
90.
Mhm.
Yeah, it came out in
Yeah.
the actual game came out in
movie.
95.
No.
I think.
Oh, well, the movie. When did the movie come out?
95. I think it was 95.
I think the movie was in 95.
You see?
That's what I'm getting at for with Laser Shark. The movie came out in 95.
Yeah, 95. Yeah,
Right.
95.
We're all the
95.
way in 2000. When did come out? 2021.
20.
Yeah.
I mean,
Travis.
I get why they had to reboot it because
Travis.
there's a new audience that's never seen that Mortal
Let
Kombat.
it go.
I enjoyed the movie for what it is. I enjoyed
I
it.
enjoyed it, but to me, it
It's
literally
not better than the original.
I think that's what I'm saying. I think it set itself up for a good sequel. That's what I think Mortal Kombat did.
It's barely better than the, Mortal Kombat Annihilation. Barely better. Barely better. Travis, you gotta let it go.
Was trash.
You gotta let it exactly my point. You gotta let it go. The new Mortal Kombat movie.
Hey
was
man,
not
they already
good.
confirmed
Hang on,
part 2 is coming, man. They already confirmed it. The
Yeah.
Twitter went ablaze.
Here we go. You ready?
Ready.
One of the many reasons why this movie was successful. The first Mortal Kombat. And I just saw it right now and I'm like, I didn't know that. What does it say right here? Writers.
Oh,
who's that and who's that?
And boom, the creators of the creators.
Now, look at this. The new Mortal Kombat movie.
Not the creators. That's why they never pushed it.
Not the creators.
They
were
against
it's gonna be garbage.
They were against it because I mean, come on, if you know, you know. They're behind the animated series. The animated series on HBO now.
And guess
Scorpion's
what?
Revenge and
it's better than the movie.
Yes, those animated 2 movies are better.
I haven't seen them yet. I'm going to.
Thank you.
I saw the
never
first one.
seen Scorpion?
I saw the first one, but
And
not
the
the new
Realms-
one that came out.
Yeah, the new one is good too.
Way
I haven't seen that one
better.
But again, like we were saying, the video games. I mean, I'm telling you, that's the code, guys. That's the code, and Hollywood hasn't figured that out because they're behind when it comes to making these video games because they still see video games.
I mean, they still see us doing this.
Yeah, as dumb fun as Mario, as they haven't caught up to how Mass Effect.
That's how they play racing games and movies.
To how Last of Us was written, to how BioShock was written. You know, they still haven't caught up to what video games, the stories, to what The Witcher and stuff like that.
It's like the more that they give you in a video game, it's just the movie is just never going to work. Like somebody's going to bring up Street Fighter. There's more of a backstory to a lot of those characters, and then the movie translation just
there was a missed opportunity there.
Yeah,
it didn't work, and then they tried again. It's just not gonna work.
And then they made a game based off the movie that was based off of a game that was trash. Let's not forget that.
The worst thing.
Street Fighter movie, the game.
Nobody ever wanted to play that garbage when it came out either. It's like it's the same thing. It's like they tried to do it with Dragon Ball Z. Try to make a real live action movie about it.
I tried to get that out of my brain. That never happened.
Oh, sorry. But it's the worst thing ever produced.
No, not worse than Mario. Not Super Mario Brothers, the movie.
That right there, I still watch that movie.
It wasn't that. It's so terrible, but it's classic and I
right. It's like weird. It's in a weird space with me.
It's in a weird space.
It has nothing to do with the Mario games, but
it's in that
Beetlejuice. Oh, it's crazy.
Or little shop of horrors, and you just sneak in. You know, because that was the time when like the Turtles were big.
Yeah. That's why I based it off of
Turtle movies, and then you're like, oh, let me just throw in that with Super Mario Brothers real quick.
Yeah,
even though you know
aesthetics.
it was garbage, but it was still you still watched the terrible movie because it's nostalgia.
Yeah, so it's one of those things where, again, I think the majority of us are still going to go see it one way or another. I'm going to go see it. They missed an opportunity. They should have released it on Valentine's weekend.
Disappointment.
But they're releasing it this weekend, which is like, okay, there's a lot of things to watch at home that are coming out that are that have.
Well, they couldn't release it last week in Super Bowl. There's no way they would have.
True.
You don't want to be in the way of that.
True.
Yeah, but the Super Bowl is Sunday. They normally release movies on a Friday. It would have been all right.
I think the Super Bowl locks up the whole weekend.
Where is this? All right, let me just read this real quick before we get into our weekend picks. It came out in 2001, same summer as the first Tomb Raider. It was an original story. It was pretty dope. Yeah, that was the animated one, I believe.
Animated movies always do better than live action when it
that
comes
was
based off of
got my
games and
ticket
stuff.
for Uncharted. FYI.
Oh.
Okay, I want to get mine. We might as well go together.
You might as well.
I don't think my wife is interested. Oh yeah, she is. She loves Mark Wahlberg. My bad. Has a crush on Mark Wahlberg. Anyways,
yeah.
Final Fantasy Spirits Within. I don't know if you guys remember the movie. I saw that movie in theaters.
It's a good one.
I'm a huge. That was a very strange. It was an original story. It was very strange for me to see because it was Final Fantasy on the big screen, and I was like, "What are they gonna do?"
But it just had the name of Final Fantasy.
Right. Well, it's that's usually
like when Advent Children came out. Then you were
but Advent Children was
there's
part
there's
of
Cloud,
there's Cloud and Sephiroth, and yeah, but that was different.
But Spirits Within was just like this is like a totally different movie. They just gave the name, which it worked.
It had Alec Baldwin, I think, as the main dude on there, and then the girl, I forgot what her name was. I just remember her. She kept falling on her knees, falling to the ground because her heart was hurting. You remember the whole movie was like, what do you got to do?
Had a great cast.
The whole movie, she's falling on her knees.
Ving Rhames was in that movie.
I don't know.
There was some.
Ving Rhames was in that movie.
Yeah, Ving Rhames was in that movie. They had a good cast.
It was a strange movie to see on screen, whether you're a Final Fantasy fan or not. I liked it. I enjoyed it. It definitely left an impression on me because of the CGI was very good at the time. It was like really impressive.
Even the one that came out not recently, but there's one that came out a few years ago. I think it was Kingsglaive came out. That was pretty good too.
Yeah. You're right. Again, the main draw for that Final Fantasy movie was Ming Na was a lead actress. God, I'm in love with Ming Na. Ming Na Wen. I'm in love with her. He's hot, man. She has a YouTube. Listen, guys, if you want to laugh and understand how somebody at her age can be the way she is, she has a YouTube channel. Just go to the YouTube channel. She is not like every other Hollywood actress. She's crazy. I'm just leave it there. They always have to stop her from saying crazy stuff. Cool. So that was pretty much it. Now let's get into our weekend picks. You guys got some weekend picks, right?
Yes.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, let me go ahead and put that up. All right, we'll start off. How do I go first or you guys go first? Doesn't matter.
I think Trav normally probably. It doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. Yeah,
I'll go first.
Yeah, go first.
Okay.
Trav, go ahead. Trav.
I got mine ready. All
right.
I think I mentioned this on the podcast when it was originally coming out during the October season, but since Cinema and BS is back, definitely want to bring this back out, especially for you guys that like behind the scenes. I remember Big Yeti mentioning earlier that the art of blood in movies. So this is a good watch if you haven't watched the Yeti. The Movies That Made Us, season 3 on Netflix.
Okay, I saw that trailer. I saw the trailer for that. Yeah.
They got episodes for pretty much all the major guys: Jason, Freddy Krueger, Halloween, and just everything that the business sense, everything from the production, everything behind the scenes. How some of these movies barely made it to theaters. How some of them saved companies from going bankrupt.
Wow.
So definitely if you're into that kind of documentaries on classics like I am, go check it out on Netflix. They got 3 seasons, so even if you don't like horror movies, they have the classics like Home Alone and Ghostbusters and everything under that. Every major classic, Dirty Dancing has got an episode.
Wow.
Movies That Made Us. Okay.
All right. Laser Shark, what you got?
All right. Well, it's obvious if you haven't watched it already. Reacher is a great series, so dive into that. It's very, very good. Travis, I won't tell you. I told you a little bit today.
Yeah.
It kind of for me, it was good. It had me high, and it kind of tapered off strangely at the end. But it's still a good watch. You'll enjoy yourself.
It's a very contained world.
Yeah. if you like history, kind of a good movie that we watched a few. I think it was like 2 years. It might have been 2 years now. Me and the wife watched it, and we were like, you hear about this thing that happened over there in Chernobyl, and when you watch the actual movie, like the documentary movie of it, it's really, really good. Like you start to like care about the characters really, really quickly, and you're just like, man, you just get sucked in, and it's like, I have to know how this thing really happened. So I'm saying Chernobyl, however you find it, watch it.
That's the one on HBO, right?
Yeah, I think it's on HBO.
Yeah,
It's really, really.
I've seen some scenes
really
on that.
good.
Yeah, there's
It's
some
really good.
There's some stuff.
Actually.
Yeah.
On that show.
Let me see what. Something that a movie that I watched when it first came out, but I'm gonna watch it again. I want to watch it again. It's animated. It's anime. Spirited Away.
Is that the
really
one
good.
with Whoopi Goldberg? Voice acting? Does she do a voice in there?
Yeah, I don't remember. It's been a while, but there's a little girl in there, and she's doing her little adventures here and there. And it's one of those top ones that's been out recently. It's very, very, very good. And I think, I think that's it. It. But Reacher is my top thing right now. Where if you're not watching Ozark, obviously, Ozark to me is the pinnacle right now.
Okay, all right. Big Yeti, what you got?
All right, I got 2 picks. I got one older and one newer.
Let's go.
Okay. All right.
2 series.
right.
Good watches. I'll start with the old and then I end up with the new. Black Mirror on Netflix.
Yes.
Dude.
Yes, highly recommended.
What?
Incredible.
Insane.
I haven't seen it. I think I might have seen 1 or 2 episodes, but
dude, there's one episode that is all.
Something else came out that kind of
is the episode about the video gamers, the gamers,
bruh.
Oh,
now here's the thing, Yeti. We did a test. Depending on your algorithm, how you watch, you will get certain episodes in a different order.
Really?
Yes. Trav,
wow.
We talked with Al at work, and he got the Fighting Vipers episode first, and it's not the first episode.
No.
But he got that first.
Wow.
So you have to pick up the season thing and then make sure you watch it in that order, because if you don't watch it in the right order, you'll see things before you should have seen it.
Right.
Okay, gotcha.
So yeah. But Black Mirror
that whole series is just bananas. It's just bananas. I mean,
is that the one where they had an episode with is that the show where they had an episode with the beautiful and talented Bryce Dallas Howard about the likes?
Yes.
I saw that episode.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Yes.
I think that was my first episode.
Holy cow.
Oh wow.
You see?
Because I started it off and that was my first episode. I saw that and I go, wow, this show is crazy.
It's crazy.
Yeah, I like it.
My first was the Star Trek one.
Okay.
They're all different.
That's crazy.
Mine was the mayor or the president. This was the mayor in the UK.
Prime Minister.
Prime Minister.
Now I'm gonna have to go to the dark web and see what's going on with everybody starting off on different episodes.
I think they did that on purpose.
For sure.
That's crazy.
That's what I'm saying. The whole aura around that show is.
Oh yeah,
different.
that whole episode with the I was just like, that's going to happen. A lot of the stuff I've heard is like.
They say the likes after I saw the video game one, the one with the gamers.
I haven't seen that one yet.
That's when I called. It's like, dude, you gotta watch. Even if you just watch this one episode.
Yeah, I know. I gotta.
If you watch that one episode, I don't think you would ever touch a video game again, because I could so see. You saw this. I mean, Laser, you saw this that episode.
You wouldn't go in the metaverse.
I don't need to go in there right now.
Right.
You wouldn't go.
No,
I tried it.
That would kill it for you.
It would definitely kill it for you.
All right, what's the new one?
The new one that I'm just now in the middle of, and I'm kind of liking it. It's kind of giving me that blood and guts feeling.
Okay.
It's All of Us Are Dead.
Yes, I started that.
I see that
The
on
high
the top
school
10.
zombie one.
Yes.
It's in my queue.
It's in my queue.
Too. It's in the top 10 on Netflix.
Yeah.
So.
Yes, it is.
No,
Yes,
what
it
I
is.
like about that is it's obviously shot and it's Korean. It's all Korean, but it's English
dubbed?
spoken. Yeah.
Okay, it's dubbed.
And it's not annoying. It's not distracting.
Okay.
And
But
that
you
was
said the top two things that make it bad are not there.
Yeah.
You just said it.
Yeah, exactly.
Not annoying, not distracting. Okay.
Got it.
I have to have a certain charm to me
yes,
anyways.
the mouths are not going with the words.
Hey man, I grew up on mixed martial artists movies back in the day with my pops. So
Exactly.
Actually,
3 o'clock on a
great.
Saturday. Yes.
I'm okay with that.
I was
Remember
there.
Dave the chop?
It's not even that. I when they do these voiceovers, right? I just need them to watch the movie or the show when they do it. So it's like if the actor is like he's surprised, but then that voice actor is just like, "Yeah, we're gonna go get McDonald's."
Yes.
Yeah.
There's no inflection. I'm just
and the unnaturalness
come
about
on.
it. You know,
Yeah.
hey, you there?
voice not
Hey, you
matching
there,
the-
my best friend? How are you there, my best friend? That's not how you will speak.
Yeah,
But
exactly. That's not how.
somehow
don't
this
translate it.
Yeah, this is direct translations. Yeah, but somehow the way they did it in All of Us Are Dead, it seems so natural. Like you get the emotion of the actors, you get the dynamics, the rise and fall of the voices and the conversations, and it's in the natural room that they're in, which is important. If you're outside, you should not hear reflections. Why are you hearing reflections if I am in a football field? I shouldn't.
Yeah.
You know, it's these. You could tell I'm in a studio in a little room.
Well, it's the importance of sound when you're watching a movie or something. Because if you're in a subway and it sounds like you're in your bathroom, you're just like, this is different.
And that's big turn off for dub movies. But All of Us Are Dead on Netflix. They did a really good job. Really good job.
Cool.
Those are my picks. Those are the picks from Yeti.
Nice. All right. I got one. And this one was very surprising because they were promoting the crap out of this. It's a show. And when I saw what it was about, I was like, it took me back. It took me back to a time when the internet wasn't really a thing as big as it is now. And I go, man, this was the OG original, successful scandal / leak that everybody went crazy over. Everybody. If you didn't go crazy over this, you have no soul.
The buildup.
Right.
And this show, wait, before I say that, the one thing that made me do this, I saw one of the actors on the show. I like the buildup. I saw one of the actors on the show describing a scene with his co-star when he knew that they had embodied these characters. And it's a Pam and Tommy. Okay.
The series is that, yeah.
Yes, it's on Hulu. Now listen, guys. It has Sebastian Stan, Lily James, and Seth Rogen. If you know anything about Seth Rogen, every single 100% serious drama that he's done has been a classic, has been a hit and a masterpiece. From the Steve Jobs to the what's the other one that he did? Jesus Christ, not too long ago. Like real story type stuff. The one with Franco about the really bad movie. The con artist, the artist something. God, Chad, help me. The freaking worst movie, the worst best movie of all time. With Tommy, the guy's name was like where all the memes come out of hello doggy, and I did not hit her. I did not. Oh, hi Mark.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, man, the con artist, something like that. Well, anyways, my point is that I went into this going, man,
The
I'm
interview?
not.
No,
that was a comedy. That wasn't real. When I saw the ad for it and I dove into this series, I wasn't expecting much. I was kind of like, oh, it's gonna be cheesy, corny, whatever, this and that. But it took me back to when I was a kid and the sex tape leaked of Tommy Lee and Pamela
On the boat.
Anderson.
Oh,
And back
God.
then, Pamela
Big
Anderson
deal.
was like it.
She was the one.
Like and
Yeah.
she's on the GOAT list of all
Oh,
time.
yeah. Oh,
It's
yeah.
and back then
100%.
that wasn't a thing. Now when sex tapes get leaked, it's planned, it's whatever, nobody cares.
It's produced.
It's produced. You know what I'm saying? But this was like one of those, oh my God, this
shit.
was not supposed to come out.
Right.
Like this takes you of how that tape got leaked. And you might not
Really?
think there's a story behind it, but there is a crazy true story behind how that tape got leaked.
Wow, they
It's
made a whole series
crazy.
behind it. Wow.
Yes.
it's
They
funny
made a whole
because
series of how it happened, what they were doing, how it happened, and the after effects.
So
Yeah.
this
It is
okay. So this show starts off when the tape leaks, or before
starts
the
off
tape.
before the tape leaks, leading the events that happened leading into the tape being leaked.
Okay, okay.
It's so good.
yeah, I
Wow.
heard it today on a podcast. They were talking about it, and the guy kind of like he's like, "Oh, what happened?" When I heard it, I was like, "Are you kidding me?"
It's true.
And
It's
like,
crazy.
That's a true story. And I was like,
Yes.
"Oh, okay."
I'm watching.
It is outrageously crazy. And it's not a simple one and done, oh my God, or no. It is
Yeah.
a complex set of circumstances.
And the interesting thing about it as well is she released a statement.
Yes.
She's not exactly on board
Right.
with the
Because
series coming out.
there's a lot of stuff on there that people didn't want out.
Right.
Wow.
So she's
That are true.
Yeah, it's not
How
coming
can a
from
whole
them.
show come out about? This sounds crazy.
I mean, it's public
2022,
knowledge
man.
now.
We're
It's
here,
public knowledge, and when you're parodying something, when you're doing a parody of something, you're kind of safe.
Yeah.
That's why you see all these adult films straight up aping titles and doing whatever they want with the characters.
Yeah, because
Right,
you gotta
because
remember, it's now been what 30 something years, probably.
Has it been that
Right.
long?
It's
I don't
close
know
to
how
30.
long.
Shit, I was
It's
a
close
kid.
to 30 years because
I know that almost 30 years.
It can't be 30 years because I'm
Almost,
only
almost.
31. So it has to be
Yes.
like 20 something years.
Yeah, 20 something years for sure.
20 something years.
But just
Take a look.
the way the show takes you back in time,
Look at my
the
mom.
way the characters went in on their roles, because she looks fantastic.
Mhm.
Lily James is already hot, but she looks fantastic. And Sebastian Stan transformed his body to look like Tommy Lee. Tommy Lee has a very specific look.
Yeah, tall, and
Okay.
long
Tall,
and skinny.
thin, and tats. He's
Yeah.
one of my favorite drummers of all time. I love Motley Crue, and my favorite bands of all time.
Right.
So I was really into this, and they nail it. They nail the era, the 90s, baby, the 90s, man. People talk about the 80s like it was all that. Listen, the 90s nailed,
90s were it.
and they were the prototype of what we have today. Period. So yeah, check it out,
New
Pam and
80s.
Tommy. It's on Hulu. It has commercials for some reason. It's a series.
Wow.
It's a series. So season 1 is out.
Mm.
It's right off the bat. It starts off right in letting you know what is up and what is going on. And man, it has what's his name from oh my God, the older guy with the beard that's always on the memes. He's on this show that he plays. Nick Offerman
Oh,
is in it. He was in Parks and Recreation.
Got you.
He's in it. So it's Sebastian Stan, Lily James, Seth Rogen, and Nick Offerman. Those are the 4 main. That's the triangle that makes up the crux of this crazy, unbelievable story. Check it out, Pam and Tommy. All right, guys. And with that being said, that's our show.
Hey.
Episode 4. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget to subscribe to the PSMBS channel. Tomorrow we will be going live, and I think tomorrow's live is going to be very spicy. I'm predicting very spicy.
Spicy boys in the building.
You know, obviously check out the garage with Mr. Laser Shark, the hardest working man in the business right now. He is everywhere.
Oh man,
For
He is
sure.
everywhere. And I love it. I think it's fantastic.
Getting
Thank
tired.
you guys.
Getting tired.
The content is there, and he is there. Hey, watch the sports show. He's on that.
Let's
He's
go
on
Heat.
this.
Let's go Heat.
Let's go Heat.
Hey.
So obviously subscribe, share, like, comment below on your weekend picks, because we're always looking for
New
shows to
things
get
watch,
into. Like I said,
for sure.
I wouldn't normally be searching for something like Pam and Tommy because I lived that era and I understand what happened, but getting into things like that and Chernobyl, I'm actually going to check that out. I've seen
Yeah, I got to check that out too.
clips
incredible
on that on
story.
YouTube. All of Us Are Dead. I am on that. It's in the queue. I started episode 1, and Black Mirror. Obviously, I've already watched 1 episode, and yeah, it was crazy.
You guys say Chainsaw's dropping this weekend, right?
And Chainsaw is dropping on
2 days. 2
In
days.
2 days. In 2
Friday?
days, this
Ooh,
recording.
Friday.
The 18th. Yeah,
Yep.
Friday.
So I'll be
we
checking
will
that out.
we
I'll be
will
watching
check
that this
that
weekend.
out, and we will come back with our thoughts on the Netflix version of Leatherface.
I will definitely have something to say.
Anything else, guys?
Wait for Yeti's comments.
Nah.
That'll be it,
Yeah,
man.
man.
I've got a lot of
Alright.
things to watch and a lot of things to check out this week for sure.
We got
Obviously-
homework.
RIP to the most lovable.
Yes, sir.
It's
for you.
Always, forever.
Always and
Always.
forever. And thank you guys for joining us. Thank you, chat. Leave your comments below. We really want to see some new stuff. Thank you, and we are out.
Peace.